Today, we'll be playing Clutch Time on 2K23, and our squad's going to be Luke Walton, Matisse Thybulle, Left Shrimp, Pokusevsky, and Frank Kaminsky. Now let's see who we will face. Should be fun. Alright, so we got KCP, Arcidia Kono, we got Wally Sherbiat, Bob McAdoo, and Blake Griffin. So let's see how well our squad can do against these guys right here. I think it's super exciting that we get to have a 4-point line here. You know, I think that's such a cool feature. Do you guys think the NBA should add one in real life? IRL? That would be interesting because you got guys like Steph and Dame shooting from the logo and stuff. So those guys can definitely handle it. And, you know, there might even be things as 5-point plays if that gets incorporated. You know, be really interesting to see if people foul from that line, from that area. So let us know in the comments below. And which guys are you guys rocking with in 2K23 in my team? Like a Taco, a Yao. Those are kind of the OP cards that you see pretty often. So let us know below. And which coaches are you guys starting to rock with? Because I know that 2K is starting to give out pink diamonds with those spotlight challenge. And they're starting to give away dark matters pretty much every day. So I think that's super cool to see. And awesome to be able to create solid squads with, you know, the highest tier of cards there are in the game. And, you know, I really enjoy using this team in my no money spent. You know, very tall guys that can defend and score pretty well. Now, the shortest guy I have on my team is Matisse Thybulle, around 6'5", and he can play a pretty solid defense though, so that's why I like to use him. And while I like Frank, who is a free card that you got in the bucket faster logins, he is only a diamond, so it'll be interesting to see which guys I can get on a budget to replace him at a 5. Speaking of jerseys, the other team's wearing a Miami Heat jersey, so how do you guys feel about this year's NBA Finals? I think it's pretty refreshing to see. You know, you got a familiar face in Jimmy going to his second NBA Finals. You know, really cool to see him win. But on the other side, you got Jokic and Murray vying to get their first NBA championship. So that's super exciting as well. And, you know, I like the Lakers, so gotta represent the Lakers. But, you know, prior to the trade deadline, they were not a very good team. They were kind of older. I think they were one of the oldest teams in the NBA. So they couldn't push the pace as much. And they didn't have people that could shoot the 3-ball. So that was not working in their favor. But it was very cool to see them get Malik Beasley, Vanderbilt, Hachimura. And then you saw guys like Austin Reeves step up in the playoffs. But they were no match and could not stop Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray in that 2-man game. Just this year, their playoff run has been incredible. I hadn't watched any Denver Nuggets games prior to the Western Conference Final, and I kind of expected the Denver Nuggets we've seen of years past, where they were a solid team throughout the season, but just not a championship winning team. Like, they'd make a decent run in the playoffs, but not to the finals, and not potentially to be a championship team. But it's awesome to see them being able to do so and really showcase that throughout the Western Conference Finals. And will be exciting to see both teams battle it out in the NBA championship. And here we are. We're leading pretty significantly. Pretty cool to see. You know, we got really solid guys that are big for their position. Matisse Thybulle and Walton are out of position. And then Left Shrimp and Poku are pretty solid 3 and 4s. And I know that I need to upgrade Frank Kaminsky at the 5 as well, just because when you go up against those big centers, he can't compete. And I know while this team needs an upgrade, I think it's a pretty good start for a no money spent squad. You know, these guys you can get cheap, and they're pretty easy to use, so I really enjoy the cards that I have. I'm very happy with my 1 through 4, and then Frank can shoot and be solid as a 5, but that's somewhere I can look for an upgrade. So, just like that, we were able to beat the team 27-6, and you know, we're working our way up for our clutch time, and this will be the series in which we try and get 98 Galaxy Opal Gordon Hayward. Should be fun. So we gotta win 50 clutch time games, and should be a fun series. Alright, take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.